Hey guys, it's Sarah from She's Crafty and She Knows It, and today I'm going to show you how to give things a metallic finish. So my mom actually found these bells at Joann's. They were on clearance and they're just plain black bells. But we both really love the look of the gold bells that we've seen at all different stores. You can find them on Amazon and all kinds of decorating places. And we wanted to make the plain black ones look like that. And so we refinished these to look like this with the gold finish. They look so much cuter, much more of a farmhouse decor item than just the plain black. And so I'm going to show you how we did it. So let's get started. Okay, so to give these bells that metallic finish, we used Rub and Buff. My mom actually already had this little package of Rub and Buff. It lasts forever. There's a ton in there. So this is the gold leaf finish. There's several different finishes that you can get, but this stuff is perfect for refinishing picture frames, really anything. You can make anything look like metal with this stuff. It's really amazing. So I'm going to put a link to it in the description below this video so that you can grab some if you want to. But yeah, mirrors, picture frames, just anything that you want to antique or look like metal, you can use it on. So you really just put a little bit on your finger, just like that. You can see my mom, I recorded her doing this. Put a little bit on your finger and you just rub it onto the item. So you just do a little bit at a time, kind of rub it in. So then as you need more, you put a little bit more on your finger. So she's going to do the outside of the bells, even the inside of the bells. There's a little dinger inside that makes a noise. So you just kind of do a little bit everywhere, but we specifically, you could cover the thing where it's completely gold looking, but we wanted to leave a little bit of black coming through so that it kind of looks like a gold metal bell that's been worn down and like the underlayer is showing through. So you can do this however you want. So you really just rub it on, and then at the end, you would buff it off with a soft towel. It kind of shines it up and takes a little bit of that finish off to give it a softer look. But honestly, when we got done doing it, we loved the way that they looked without buffing it, and so we ended up not buffing it. So this is kind of a do it however you want. You really can't mess it up. It's super easy to work with. But these little bells were actually really kind of flimsy and dinky, and they were falling apart. I think my mom said she got them for like $2 or $3 on clearance, super cheap. She had to super glue part of them back together because they were really really self-destructing and falling apart. So there's little globs of super glue and stuff on there, and we just smoothed it over, put the Rub and Buff on it, and they really looked like sturdier metal bells by the time that she was done rubbing this on there. So one important thing to note is that this Rub and Buff stuff is a little bit messy. It's made from like a wax and some fine metallic powders, and so it will kind of rub off onto your clothes if you let it touch your clothes, or if it gets on the carpet or something like that. So I just want to make sure that you know to be careful with it. You can totally use your finger to apply it. Obviously you can wear a glove if you want to, or use like a soft cloth to apply it instead, but you can use your fingers and just wash your hands afterwards. But when you're doing it, you want to be careful that you don't actually let it rub against your shirt or your pants or the carpet or anything like that, because I don't want you getting stains on your clothes or carpet. So once you're done, you're going to let it kind of dry for a period of time. So just set it on, you know, a poster board or garbage bag, or set it outside or something to dry. Just make sure you're not letting it dry somewhere that it's touching something that it might rub off onto. And so really you can let it dry for a matter of hours to make sure that it's really dry before you're bringing it inside and letting it touch items. Ours seem dry in less than 30 minutes, but you can let it dry as long as you want. Just make sure that when you go to touch it and you're kind of just rubbing over it with your finger, that it's not coming off on your skin, and then you'll know that it's totally dry. Just for the sake of time, I've sped the video up. You can watch my mom as she does all the bells that are hanging from the rope, and she does the outsides, the insides, and just all over them so that they all look really uniform and they look the same. And as she's doing it, obviously you can tell that she's kind of dropping them down on the ground, but making sure that they're not hanging and like touching against her pants while she's doing it, because she doesn't want to get her pants stained. So she's being really careful how she's doing it. So just to remind you, so she's doing every little nook and cranny that you would see. So even the top of the bells have like the little loop on it where the rope's going through. So she's doing that part too. Like I said, the dinger inside. So if you were doing belts or something like that, you want to make sure that you're doing all the little pieces and there's no obvious black spot left that shows what it used to look like, because you really want it to look authentic. So if you were doing a picture frame, you would really just do the whole thing, the sides, obviously, any part that's in a show, so that it really looks like that's the color it's always been. This is a great item to use to refinish anything that you want to look like metal. Okay guys, so that's it. All 4 bells are now finished. They look so authentic, like they've always been this color, and they look honestly so much more like sturdy metal bells than they did. The material is still the same. We didn't change what they were made out of. They were just refinished, and I think they look so much better. They're so cute. They're hanging actually in a hook now in my entryway, and they look super cute. So I'm going to show you the before one more time so that you can see them side by side. The before, they're just plain black. They definitely look dinkier and just really lightweight. And now that they're given the new gold finish, they look so much more sturdy and heavy and authentic. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more videos. And don't forget that I have put a link to the Rub and Buff in the description below this video. If you have any questions, make sure you just type them in the comments below, or you can message me on Instagram. You can find me at She's Crafty and She Knows It. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye guys.